Yes, I have today a very special player, Adam Mcintyre.
So,
Very exciting player. To me, I consider him what John Morant was in high school. This is one of the best kept secrets. So I guess he has a few schools to choose from. Of course, he has a lot of talent. I've been promoting him, using his film. He came out to one of my camps. Very exciting player. Saw him first play at the Loyola camp. Very exciting player. Without further ado, please introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and what you bring to the table. Adam.
I'm Adam McIntyre. I don't know. You know, go to
Tell me where
Lamar.
you from and where you from,
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
from.
I go to. I'm from Houston. I go to Lamar High School. Was just at a prep school, EOP, but yeah, that I'm a very athletic player. Um,
Indeed, he's that. Indeed, he's that for sure. So you was one of the guys that came out to one of our camps, the GSU camp. I mean, how was your experience at the GSU camp? How you like it? What you feel about it? And what was your experience?
the camp was good. There was a lot of good players there, good to compete against, and a lot of coaches, and yeah, it was just great to compete, and a lot of players that pushed me, and
Yeah, I
good
mean,
com-
he had the first open run, man. As soon as we started our first game, he set the camp off actually, especially when we started running. He had a dunk on my freshman, man, a young kid named Reese. He's an up and coming player. He's going to do some things. And matter of fact, he was a big part of us winning the state championship again this year. So we went back to back, clap to the country, the occasion for getting that done. So when you came to that camp, we first met him at the Loyola camp. How did you like the Loyola basketball camp? There's about 100 kids at that camp, huh?
yeah, it was 100 kids. We started off with drills, and then we did a lot of competitive work, and that was a good camp too. There's a lot of good players there too. Just a lot of great competition that I had to
Yeah.
play against.
And the reason why we ran into him because the coach Tracy Lindsay, he told me come out, check out some of the up and coming guys, see what guys we think we can help play college as well as come out. So he got a second invite. He got invited to my camp, and then he had a second look at Loyola. And of course, they like him. But what happens is with a lot of these colleges, a lot of times coaches don't tell you, but they're in a situation where they only have about 4 scholarships. And then right now, as we speak right now, Adam, there's a bunch of kids that's having an exit interview. They're staying, they're going, so
Yeah.
on. So there's a lot going on, man. So then also, too, our camp is going to be April 11th. Hate to bring you bad news. He won't be able to make that camp because he got to go to his prom, which is a once in a lifetime situation. We fully understand that. But right now, you got a lot. The portal will be open up April 7th. On campus April 11th. That means right around when coaches and players and people will be getting signed, we'll be able to have a lot of these talented guys on film. So I was just talking to the coach today. I have his number. The school that I was trying to actually get him in was Wiley College in Texas, but they took a guy like your type. So he finally called me back today and was like, Coach, man, we got a kid like him. And we need like a 6'8", 6'9" wing. So Adam's about 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, so he's that type. So, those are guys that's kind of like they take a lot in college. They have a lot of those guys. But I think you're a special talent. Just continue working hard and playing hard, So let me ask you this one question. You're going to see it right here. What area of your game right now are you currently working on to improve?
I would say probably my ball handling.
Yeah.
I think my ball handling is pretty good, but you know, it could be a little bit tighter, and I'm more of a 2 guard, but at 6'3", 6'4", I need to be pushed to that point guard position sometimes. So yeah, I'd say I'm working more on my ball handling. That's probably the most I need to improve
Yeah,
on.
because we want to be able to deal with pressure, identify what pressure is. We want to be able to realize that pressure is not real when guys have high fundamentals. You basically know how to fake a pass to make a pass. You know how to split the defense. I think, what you need to do now, because when I know your game, I would recommend you to play from this point on, play guys with just your left hand. Don't even let it be as competitive because they're going to have their moments, but just all you want to do is just keep it in your left hand. Because, as good players always set up everything with their left hand. And then make moves off their right hand or get their shot off. So what you want to start doing is coming down the court, always bringing that ball up with your left hand. When you're playing guys like your young brothers or guys that you know you can beat in one-on-one, all you want to do is finish every basket with a left hand. That's what I remember. Even if you lose, because you're gaining something more because you always just go to your right hand and kill, right? Yeah. You always go to your right hand and kill. So my thing is just play guys with your left as much as you can. Try to take this whole summer before you decide where you want to play and just start playing guys strictly with your left hand. That's how we got our left hand. Plus, I grew up in the North where we used to play outside. Your hand gets so cold, you had to put your hand in your pocket and learn how to dribble with your left hand as the other hand thaw out. So we had no choice but to get better because we played with shoving up the snow. So now I want you to answer this question right here. How would you describe your style of play? Or your playing style?
My playing style is very energetic and fast paced. I like to, push the ball and be athletic. I'm very athletic and like spot up jump shots, get into the rim, very athletic plays, and
who is your favorite player?
My favorite player is either LeBron, John Morant, or Paul George. All of
those solid players. I would say you're more of a John Morant type.
Yeah.
I think your game is very similar to his. He's a special talent, get up and down. And just to think, he's another guy that didn't have a bunch of offers because, how much you weigh about? How much you weigh about? 160? How much?
170.
170. Oh, yeah. So you gotten bigger. So that means you're growing. The guys grow a little more after high school. So I just think that you're the John Morant type where most guys don't get their size until right after high school. So I tell you, stick with it. Don't let nothing jade you. Keep working, keep believing, and keep working hard. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about your journey, man. What was your journey what was your journey like to get into basketball when you realized that you could play this game and you could play on a college level? What was that turning point that make you realize that?
So I've been because I really originally was born in New Jersey, so I've been playing basketball.
You was born in the East Coast?
Yeah, originally.
Right.
So I was born in New Jersey, and I was always playing basketball there, like at the parks. I always grew up around basketball, and then my dad moved down to Texas, Houston. So around 5th grade. So when I came to, Houston, everything like the basketball just still stuck with me. I played on the team. I played on the team since there was a team in middle school. Freshman year, I was on the freshman team, and then I got moved up to varsity after that. So I've been playing basketball my whole life, and
yeah. All right, so I can see it's a big part of you.
Yes.
So let me ask you, what was your role this season?
This season, my role was just to be because I was one of the 2 seniors on our team because last year, our whole team was full of seniors. I was the only I was the only junior on my team, and I started on that team full of all seniors. So I was the only so all my seniors left, and basically had a new team. So this year I was the only senior. I was one of the 2 seniors. So I had to just learn to be a leader and be able to carry my team. Because we did lose a lot of good players. So this year I was just focusing on, being the leader for my team and trying to, make a run in playoffs and, have a great season for us.
How did your season end? What kind of season you had? How many games y'all won? Or do you remember what kind of season was it? Did you make the playoffs?
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't as good as what we expected. We didn't win that many games, but we still ended up making playoffs, and we were first round exits, but we fought hard. Yeah.
No. Sometimes you don't have enough firepower. Guys don't pull it together. Guys don't stay healthy. Anything can happen in one season.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What are some of the challenges that you had to face in your basketball journey that you had to overcome? What's some of the things you had to overcome?
I could go back to still this season.
Mm-hmm.
I lost all my seniors, and really there's some players that had to move up from JV, so my team wasn't as talented. So I had to focus on trying to be the leader for my team, and when there wasn't as good players, or we had to we played some tough teams, we had to, we still had to fight and not lose and get whooped. So you know.
So here's another question, man. What are some of the sacrifices that your parents had to make to support your basketball dream? And what's some of the things they instilled in you on and off the court?
My parents make all the sacrifices. They make sure every opportunity that's presented to me, they always make sure I can do it, and they're always investing in their time and money into trainers and me getting in the weight room. They're a big part of my journey, and they invest so much time in it, and they taught me a lot of things like respect and hard work on and off the court. So they made a lot of sacrifices for sure.
I could imagine. So let me ask you this: so some of those sacrifices you make right now, you say they help you create the opportunities. I know you have a few schools that's looking at you, and you have to narrow it down at some point. I know you kind of want to be in the South if you had a choice. I know you got recognized all the way up in where? What school was it up in New York? Like Aniante? What's one of those schools? I forgot. One of upstate schools.
Utica.
Utica. All right, so you got a few offers. So I know you and your family gonna sit down and try to narrow it down to what would be the best thing for you, and see what what would be the best route for y'all guys. Because like you say, after about 6 months, man, you might get homesick. So you got to be able to be tough enough to tough it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let me ask you this: if a college coach saw your game right now, what would be one of the first things they would notice?
The first thing they would notice is my athleticism. Whether it's on defense or offense, I'm gonna, on the defensive side, I'm gonna go high up for a block. We'll go get that rebound at the top. Offensively, I'm gonna show that I can get up, dunk the ball, jump out the gym. So yeah, they'll know I'm athletic for sure.
Let me ask you that. So now, to develop these hops, was you like a high jump or something? I think your dad was telling me you did high jump at one point.
Yeah, I did high jump for a little bit, but mostly it's just the genes. I mean, I used to do genetics. I used to do calf races too because my team is always good. I used to be on a team. Everyone used to be able to dunk, and I was not really dunking like that, but I got my bounce, and I just kept pushing and doing my calf races and.
Stay on it, man. Because look, once you get to college, everybody could jump. I heard your young brother could dunk too, huh?
Yeah, my brother can too. It's good genes.
Good genetics. Let me ask you this: what grade is your brother
in? He's 1 year younger than me.
So he's going into his junior year.
Yeah, he's going to senior year next year.
Going to his senior year.
Yeah.
Do you think he can hold his own at I can't?
Hey, he could. I think he could.
I mean, he might have to come as your replacement, man. We got to talk to your dad so that we can get him situated because you're not coming. It's time for him to get on the map.
Yeah.
Tom, you made your mark, man. I wish I'd have had the highlight docked it up, but we couldn't get all our timing together. Mm-hmm. So here's another question. Right now, if you had to describe your game in one word, what would you say? We already know what you're gonna say.
Bouncy.
Yeah. Bouncy, man. Bouncy for sure, man. Look. So now, if coaches wanted to get in contact with you, what would they have to do?
I got really Twitter. My numbers on my Instagram. Anywhere you can reach me anywhere. My Twitter has my number on it. You can find my number anywhere. I'm responding to everyone.
Yep.
You can open book. You can call me.
I got his information right there for y'all, ladies and gents, that can help you. Reach out to him. Really special player, very exciting player. One of the best young men that's coming out. So let's talk about the GSU camp and how did you hear about it and what do you like about it? The showcase that we put on.
Yeah, the GSU camp, I see it everywhere, but I saw that Coach Van came up to me at the Loyola, but yeah, it's really just a good overall camp with good players, good to compete, a lot of coaches. Yeah, if you want to just exposure and get your name out there as coaches and play against some good competition, and
right.
Yeah, that's the camp for you.
And we legit, right? Like
Yeah.
we bring coaches in the building for real, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
what happens is you have so many different things, and we're not trying to knock any organizations and different things, but we make it our business to get the coaches in the building and really give kids the opportunity. So, is there any questions that you have for me, or anything that you think we can improve at the GSU camp? Is think anything we can improve? You would like to see, or if you was a player, you could come to the camp. What would you like to see us if you came to a camp?
Nah, y'all really had everything. Y'all had the drill, like the little drills and training before y'all, and then you got to straighten the games, and all the coaches are there. And then if you play good, you get to talk to the coaches. It's really just an overall good.
Did you learn a lot from the clearinghouse when you talked with Miss Jones when the lady was telling you about all the academic stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know there's a lot of those guys that was at the camp never even applied to a college before? And I'm like, you're going into your senior year and you never applied in your junior year. So it's a lot that those young guys had to learn,
Yeah.
So look, I know it's getting kind of late. It's on a Sunday night, man. We appreciate you for the interview. We're going to use this interview and also connect with you. So look, I know you got to narrow it down to a school at some point, but continue being an instrument, in life to your young brother. Continue inspiring people. Continue, just staying hungry. Dunking is not enough, right? Having a handle is not enough. Having a crossover is not enough. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to understand, become smart at the game, right? Become a student of the game. Understand those fundamentals. And then you have to learn what coaches want, right? Because coaches are the one who sign the check. Coaches are the guys that actually going to create your playing time. So my thing, start to figure out, because every coach is different. Find out what motivates that coach. Ask him, who are some of your favorite players? Then you know what kind of coach he is. You feel me? Because if you say, oh, Chris Paul, that's really cerebral. That means he like guys that know what they're doing with the ball, without the ball. You feel me? So once you do choose what school, you have any visits coming up?
Yeah, I got a couple of visits, AB Arlington Baptist University. I'm still talking to a lot of coaches right now, so I'm still setting up visits for.
Yeah, and then you're probably gonna have to deal with a few more once we sit down to interview, because they're gonna love the highlights, but now they're gonna realize what kind of young man you are. 6'4", 170. And so, are you considering going straight to an NAIA, or you thinking JC? You thinking prep school? Where are you at in that process? You don't have to name the schools because basically that's your business. But do you what do you think you want to do with your career from this point?
I'm really open to everything. I have schools from like NAIA, JUCO, D1, D2s, D3s. Like I have everywhere. So I'm really open to any level.
Proximity is important to you. I know being closer to your family is very important to you, which I think is very important for every young man to have his support unit there. That matters to me because college is hard, man. A lot of guys college is a very demanding scenario. Like, because you're going to get in the gym. I got 6'9" guys that's coming to our camp. They're like, yo, when they got to the gym, they never really had their shot blocked a lot of times. So they're like, damn, what do I really do? I got to really get some offense. I'm just used to dunking on everybody because high school is a certain level of competition, right? Even you said when you got to high school, you was on the floor and you was a ninth grader. So now what happens is when you're on the floor with guys that's all seniors or college guys and older guys, athleticism can't solve every problem. Yeah. So I want you to understand that. You got to go in and become the smartest player with the ball. So let me give you an example. If you get anywhere between 15 possessions, you got to do some quality things in those possessions. Let's say if you get 4 baskets, that's already a great job, plus free throws. Mm-hmm. Now, the other things got to be rebounds and assists. So you got to be able to fill a stat sheet up with more than one category. Yeah. You can't have more turnovers than you have assists and expect to play, right? You can't have 30 points and 10 turnovers and expect to play, because now everybody have to have an IQ. That's a requirement. That's already comes with it. They don't expect a guy to play college and don't know when to go left, when to go right, when to make a great pass. So stay hungry, but also become a student of the game, study players, and try to become as smart as you can and get as smart as you can and be ready to take care, because the big work has just begun. You feel me? Once you sign that scholarship, now you just signed that you're going to be somewhere anywhere between 2 years, 3 years, even though y'all guys can move more now, but you got to get 100%, right? The only reason you're taking that uniform and taking that scholarship is because you agree you're going to give it everything you have to get it done. or don't sign, right? There's
Yeah.
no complaining. There's no excuses. Find out what you have to do and get it done. And when you get to your classes, make sure you get a tutor for everyone in classes. They're going to do that for your basketball guys anyway. But don't be afraid to continue learning, because sometimes you got to learn from the bench. Listen to me good. You have to learn from the bench and just sit close to the coach. And when the coach start yelling out, get back on D, you yell out, get back on D. A lot of guys sit there. I did it myself. I was one of those, I wouldn't say prima donna, but I used to think like I should be starting. Me not starting was like, you lost me. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't mature enough, so I had nobody to tell me how I should think about it. Sit right next to the coach or right next to the assistant coach and figure out what their love basketball language is. What's paramount to them. So what I'm saying? There's certain things coaches emphasize, right? And if you're a coach, you emphasize everything, that means you emphasize nothing. So there's certain things that coaches is paramount to them. If defense is paramount, you play for a defensive coach. You got to play D. You can't keep showing them you can hit threes. You don't care about that. Defense matters to them, right? Moving the ball might matter to that coach. So you playing for a coach, you getting in a relationship with that coach, and just like any relationship, you want the relationship to what? Grow. So figure out what that coach loves. Go watch some of his films, some of his games, and watch what he yells about. Watch what he emphasizes. Watch what drives him crazy, what makes him happy. And that's the coach. Then you can play for any coach because you got to make adjustments, all right? Yeah. So that's some advice that I would love for you to take with you. Go watch some games. Go see some. Say, Coach, do you have any games that y'all played this season? And then look and say, man, I don't know if I want to play for that coach. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you want a coach that care about you first, number one. A coach that care about their players. All right? So see if you see that. See if your personality works. Thank you, man, Adam, for the interview, man. Mr. McIntyre, say hello to your daddy, your moms for me. And we did a great job, man. Go you, go me, go us. And I respect what you do, man. And please, look, keep in contact with us while you're in school. Come out to the next camp. We might have a camp before you go off to school that you might, just to tighten up your game and see where you're at in the process, man. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Coach.
All right. Be safe, be well.
Yeah.
You ain't got to leave. I'm just going to end right.